Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another review. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And let's just get right into this review. So this episode picks up where the last one left off, where Angela White ends up having a sobriety party and Brooke is invited. So she decides that she wants to bring Amara as her +1 because she's tired of being in the middle of Amara and Princess's drama. So she wants Amara to come to the party so that she can have a conversation with Princess and work out whatever issues that they have with each other. Now, Princess and Amara are both at this party staring at each other from across the room, and everybody can feel the tension. So Trick and Angela White end up going to Princess and having a conversation with her, trying to find out why she decided to slap Amara in the face. And Princess doubles down on slapping Amara in the face. She said that she feels like Amara deserves it because she thought that Amara was supposed to be her friend, or that they were at least cool with each other. And for Amara to go meet up with her husband behind her back, she thought that that was shady. And so she feels like the slap was justified, especially after finding out that Amara actually invited Ray J back to her house. And look, I agree with the fact that Amara was wrong in that situation. She had no business meeting up with her friend's husband behind her back and then inviting him to her house afterwards is crazy. Like, she was definitely wrong for doing that. At first, I didn't think that it was right for Princess to slap Amara, but you invited her husband back to your house and you're supposed to be her friend. So to me, Amara was definitely wrong. Obviously, Ray J is more in the wrong because he's the one that's married to Princess, has children with Princess. He's the one that owes her loyalty. However, if you're supposed to be friends with Princess, why go meet with her husband and invite him back to your house? To me, that's shady. So then Brooke and Bobby decide that they're going to go up to Princess and try to see where her head's at so that they can bring Amara over and they can work out whatever issues they have. But at first, Princess was acting a little bit shady towards Brooke because she was not feeling Brooke laughing when she got into a fight with both Amara and Estelita, when Brooke is supposed to be her friend as well. And Bobby is the one who went back and told Princess that when she was fighting Estelita and Amara, that Brooke was standing in the corner laughing about it, and Brooke denies this, and she denies this in front of Bobby and Princess, saying that she did not laugh, even though they showed the replay in last week's episode and we saw that she actually was laughing about the situation. So Princess feels like Brooke is fake, and she tells Brooke right to her face that she doesn't want to be her friend anymore because she feels like she's straddling the fence, and she feels like it's okay for, you know, Brooke to be friends with both her and Amara, even though they don't like each other, but she should have stayed out of their business because it looks like she's picking sides in the situation and it looks like she's being messy. So Brooke ends up telling Princess that she never wanted to be in the middle of their drama in the first place. She was just put into it, but Princess let her know that she put herself in their drama, and honestly, it's true. Princess was right. Brooke put herself in the middle of their drama. Nobody told her to try to play mediator. Nobody told her to try to get people to have conversations or pick sides in the situation. She chose to do that herself. Nobody's saying that she can't be friends with both Princess and Amara, but she shouldn't have been talking about the situation with either one of them if she wanted to stay out of it. So then Trick ends up bringing Amara over to Princess, Bobby, and Brooke so that they can have a conversation, and Princess immediately starts asking Amara if she has anything to say to her, and Amara sits there quiet, so Princess lets her know that if there's nothing that she has to say to her, even though she had a lot to say to Ray J, then she can just leave because there's no point in her being there. Princess ends up asking Amara if she invited Ray J back to her house, and Amara did admit that she did invite Ray J back to her house, but claims that they didn't sleep together and that nothing happened. But Princess still feels like it was disrespectful for her to invite Ray J back to her house, which it absolutely was. I mean, Ray J shouldn't have went back to her house to begin with because he is a married man, even though Princess did file for divorce. It doesn't matter. He's still married. He had no business doing that to begin with, but Amara shouldn't have invited him either. So Princess ends up telling Amara that Ray J told her that he sniffed her hot pocket when he was at her house, and Amara denies this and says that that never happened, and she's questioning Princess as to why she believes anything that Ray J is saying. And Princess lets her know that she doesn't believe Ray J. That's why she's divorcing him. However, she still thinks that Amara was in the wrong because she invited him back to her house, even though the two of them were supposed to be friends. She said that she expects Ray J to do stuff like that. That's why she's divorcing him, because she already knows that he's trash and he's a liar and a cheater. But she thought that Amara was a loyal friend and she didn't expect Amara to do that to her. Then she threw in Amara's face that she has a history of messing around with married men, so she should have known better because Amara got pregnant by by Alan while he was married to somebody else. And according to Alan, Amara knew very well that he was pregnant when she decided to get with him. Now, again, I do feel like Alan is the one that needs to take accountability for that because he's the one that was married and in a relationship, not Amara. However, I still don't agree with her messing around with a man she knows is married. To me, that's nasty. Now, Amara ends up telling Princess that she would rather be single than be in a relationship like Princess and Ray J's. And obviously anybody would say that because who would want to be in a marriage like Princess and Ray J's? It's so toxic, and every other year they're filing for divorce. It just gets really crazy between the two of them, so nobody would want to be in a relationship like that. However, she was trying to say that Ray J wants her, and Princess started laughing. And then Amara told Princess that Ray J wants everybody except her. And Princess said that she didn't care. That's why she's divorcing Ray J. So Princess was just laughing through the whole conversation. I don't think she's hurt about anything that has to do with Ray J. I don't think she wants him anymore. He definitely was online, though, saying that he didn't want to get a divorce a few weeks ago, but she definitely said that she was going through with it. I was reading some comments and people were saying that Amara ate up Princess when she made the comment that Ray J wants everybody except her. But to me, that didn't eat the way that a lot of people were saying that it did, because Ray J is just nasty. He messes with everybody. So him wanting you is not really a flex. And then when Princess decided to end the conversation with Amara, Amara started complaining about how she got involved in this drama with Ray J and Princess in the first place and said that she never wanted to be in it. Again, not taking accountability for her actions, because she should have known that Ray J was just trying to get back at Princess by going after her, and that's the reason why he asked her to meet up. She fell right into his trap and went right along with it, and then invited him back to her house. So she put herself in their drama, because Ray J purposely decided to go after Amara because he knew that Amara and Princess were supposed to be cool with each other. If Amara was a good friend, as soon as Ray J would have reached out to her and said that he wanted to meet up with her, she should have immediately contacted Princess and let her know that Ray J reached out to her trying to meet up. I don't think that she should have ever met up with Ray J in the first place, but she should have at least let Princess know about it before she went and did it. And then inviting him back to her house, she claims just to talk, was doing too much. Like, she could have just went home by herself. There was no reason for her to invite Ray J back to her house. So she was being messy, and this is one of the reasons why I have an issue with Amara, is because she does a lot of bullshit, and then when she gets attacked for the things that she does, she tries to play innocent, like she doesn't know why people are coming for her, even though she knows exactly what she's doing. So she was being messy, Ray J was being messy, and Princess needs to just go through with the divorce with Ray J, because as long as she stays with him, she's always going to be in this type of drama. Then after Princess leaves, Eliza ends up showing up, okay? And she's wearing a shirt saying that Amara goes after married men, because obviously people feel like she has a history of going after married men because of the fact that she got pregnant by Alan while he was married and she knew that he was. So she comes there wearing that shirt. And the reason why is because she feels like Amara picked a side between her and Estelita because she didn't show up to her event in last week's episode. And when she walked in wearing that shirt, Amara tried to play dumb, saying that she didn't know that Eliza and Estelita had an issue with each other, even though that's a lie, because in last week's episode, before Eliza's event, Estelita ended up meeting up with Amara and told her that her and Eliza ended up getting into it because Eliza said that Estelita stole her name foreign for her products. And so she said that they almost got into a fight at Angela's little event. And so Amara immediately picked a side and said that she wasn't going to support Eliza because Eliza was bringing other women down. So she definitely knew about the beef and she definitely picked a side. But Eliza's coming off a little bit as a hypocrite, because when she knew that Amara and Safari had something going on or they were linked to each other, she decided to deal with him anyway as soon as she had a problem with Amara. So she's not a good friend either, the way that she's trying to claim that Amara is not a good friend. Neither is she. So surprisingly, Pinky Doll is on this season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. She is on TikTok. She's basically TikTok famous. I don't know exactly what she was famous for because I'm not really a TikTok person. I knew who she was because people would post her stuff on social media, but at the same time, I really don't know fully who she is because I never really seen any of her videos, only the clips that they showed in this episode. But she's new to this season, and basically she said that she was making 100K a month on TikTok, but then her followers and her amount of views started to go down, so she was losing money. So she started to do mukbangs, okay? And she was overeating a lot and it was making her sick and she could not handle it. So she said that she wants to take her music career to the next level. So Timberland ended up inviting her to come to Miami because he's interested in helping her make her music, and so she's ready to go. Now look, I've seen these mukbangs, okay? Not everybody eats a lot on the mukbangs, but there's people that literally shove food down their throat in the mukbangs, so I can understand why she doesn't want to do that anymore. And honestly, I don't know how people find those videos appealing. And because Pinky Doll is responsible for taking care of her mother, her sister, and her son, she said that she needs to make sure that she's making a lot of money. So even though it's hard for her to leave Canada, she has to leave in order to make money for her family. So her mother said that she wanted to throw her a going away party and she wanted to invite her sister Madonna. Now, Madonna and Pinky Doll do not get along with each other because obviously there's some jealousy there between the two of them. So she's kind of apprehensive about her sister coming to the party because she doesn't want things to get physical between the two of them. And when the party does happen in this episode, Pinky Doll ends up asking her sister Madonna if they can have a conversation away from everybody else, and it immediately ends up turning into an argument because her sister Madonna feels like Pinky Doll stole her entire personality and stole her career dream because she's the one who said that she was coming up with all the ideas that Pinky Doll stole for her TikTok videos. And look, maybe she probably did take some ideas from her sister. However, if it was her sister's idea, why didn't she get on TikTok and do it before Pinky Doll did? Like, honestly, it's hard for me to believe that she was the one coming up with all these ideas, because if that's really your personality and those were really your ideas, then why didn't you blow up on TikTok and not Pinky Doll? So look, I'm confused by this whole situation. I don't even know if they really have a legitimate beef with each other, but they got into it pretty bad. And look, I don't know if there's any coming back from that situation, because when there's jealousy involved, it's hard to ever actually work that situation out. But Pinky Doll was trying to reflect on her life in Canada and how she's nervous to go to Miami, but she knows it's something that she has to do because she wants to give her son a better life. She reflected on how she was poor and how she ended up being able to come up after she made a lot of money on TikTok. And she said that she was a stripper at one point and she did it because she needed to make money for her family, and said that in order to feel comfortable while she was stripping, she drank so much that she ended up having kidney issues and liver issues that she's still dealing with today. I do think that it's good that she opened up and let people get to know her a little bit in this episode. I know there was a lot of comments of people saying that she shouldn't be on the show, but her story seems a little bit interesting to me. Now, Zoey ends up inviting Bobby to come to her video shoot that she's supposed to be doing with Ching Diamond because they're doing a song together, but every time Zoey tries to contact Ching, she never answers the phone, and so Zoey feels like maybe she's just too busy, and that's the reason why she hasn't been able to get a hold of her. Now, when Bobby finds out that Zoey and Ching Diamond have been spending time with each other, he lets Zoey know that he heard some things about Ching that might not be good, and he tells Zoey that somebody that works really closely with Ching Diamond said that she's messy, that she's fake, and that she's ruthless, and that you have to be careful being friends with her because she'll backstab you. And so Zoey wasn't really trying to hear what Bobby had to say because she does like Ching and she wants to find out for herself if that's really how she is, because so far that's not the experience that she's had with her. However, Bobby let her know that she should probably keep things strictly business with Ching Diamond and don't let it go to a friendship, because she needs to wait and see how Ching Diamond actually is before she decides to actually open up to her. But honestly, it's a little bit too late for that, because the two of them actually have been opening up to each other a lot and spending a lot of time together, and now they're doing a song together. Now look, Bobby was being a little bit messy when he was carrying this tea to Zoey about Ching. However, she should have listened to some of what he was saying, because there was definitely a little bit of truth to what he said. So it's the day of Miami Tip's book reading, and she ends up inviting Bobby, Van, Brooke, and Amara there. And basically, after the book reading was over, they all sit and have a conversation with each other. And Amara starts telling all of them how she feels some type of way about Eliza having a problem with her and showing up to the event with a shirt that says that she dates married men. And so she gets upset about this, okay? But Bobby ends up calling out Amara, telling her that she never takes accountability for things that she does wrong, which he's absolutely right, because Amara does do a lot of messy, backhanded stuff, and then when she gets confronted on it and somebody hits back at her, she starts acting like she's innocent. So Bobby definitely was right about that. However, Eliza is not a good friend, so her trying to call out Amara for not being a good friend to me was kind of hypocritical. Then Bobby ends up putting Brooke on blast and lets everybody know right in front of Brooke that Princess cut off Brooke when they got into it at Angela White's party, because she felt like she was straddling the fence a little bit too much and picking sides in the situation, and she just felt like Brooke was being really messy. And Brooke was kind of sitting there quiet, saying that she really didn't care and that she never wanted to be in the middle in the first place, even though we know Brooke is always in the middle of somebody's drama. She always is. As pretty as she definitely is messy. Then Brooke ends up feeling attacked because then Miami Tip starts telling Brooke that she should have told Princess that she was wrong for slapping Amara in the face, which Brooke did tell Princess that she felt like she was wrong for slapping Amara. However, I don't think Miami Tip knows the whole story, because I'm pretty sure if Miami Tip was married and her friend ended up inviting her husband back to her house behind her back and you don't know what went down, she probably would have reacted similar. Now, I'm not saying that she should have slapped Amara. I'm just saying that what Amara did, a lot of people probably would have reacted the same way that Princess did. Then Amara decides that she's going to call out Brooke, which I was actually surprised about because I was confused as to why she would be calling out Brooke, because to me, Brooke was taking Amara's side this entire time. But she ends up calling out Brooke, saying that she felt some type of way about her, telling her that she needed to go to Angela White's party to clear the air with Princess. And while she was having the conversation with Princess, Princess starts verbally dragging Amara, and Amara said that she felt some type of way about Brooke just sitting there and not saying anything. But Brooke told Amara that she's not her attack dog, and that she's not supposed to protect her the way that she thinks she is, and that it was none of her business, so she decided to stay out of it. And so Amara and Brooke seem to not be friends anymore with each other. Brooke kind of made some comments about the outfit that Amara was wearing. I did not see the two of them falling out coming, because I honestly felt like Brooke was siding with Amara in the situation and kind of acting shady towards Princess. So I was surprised that Amara actually ended up calling out Brooke, but I guess their friendship is over too. And at the very end of this episode, Zoe and Ching Diamond end up meeting up for ice cream to celebrate the fact that Ching's boyfriend is finally getting out of prison and coming to Miami to be with her. And look, Zoe definitely seemed to be happy for Ching because Ching seemed extremely happy. However, Zoe was telling a little bit too much truth to Ching in a very blunt way, and Ching seemed to have a real big issue with it, because Zoe was telling Ching that she needs to not allow this relationship to cloud her judgment and get in the way of her career, because she's doing really well and she wants her to accomplish all of her goals. And Ching seemed to kind of take offense to that because she felt like, Zoe was overstepping her boundaries when it comes to her relationship with her boyfriend. She starts telling Zoe that she loves her man, even though he's cheated on her multiple times. She still loves him and feels like that's her person. And Zoe basically told her, stop telling me about his cheating because you're going to make me not like him. And Ching was making excuses for his behavior, saying that she accuses him of cheating all the time because she thinks even if he talks to another woman, that's considered cheating. Ching is doing something that a lot of women do, though. They tell their friends and their family about all the terrible things that their boyfriend does to them, and then when their friends and family don't like him, then they get mad at them because they're judging him, but they're judging him based off of things that you're telling them. If you don't want your friends and family to judge the person that you're with because you want to be with them, you probably shouldn't tell them all the bad things about them. Then Ching ends up telling Zoe that she has her boyfriend on a 90-day grace period, and that if he doesn't do well and he fucks up within those 90 days, that she's done with him. But Zoe told her that she doesn't think that she should be taking care of this guy for 90 days, that she feels like she should wait until this guy gets on his feet and gets a job before she stays in the relationship with him. And I feel like Zoe was telling her some good stuff. I think that Zoe was right with the things that she was saying. However, she went about it the wrong way, because as soon as she noticed that Ching was getting uncomfortable and getting a little bit annoyed with the things that she was saying, she probably should have just stopped talking, because at some point you kind of got to read the room a little bit, and I feel like Zoe wasn't doing that, even though what she was saying to Ching was absolutely true. Now, Ching was getting so offended by the things that Zoe was saying that she started to take shots at Zoe's relationship with Calvin. She started saying that she doesn't see Calvin as a hardworking man and says that he's not attractive, and then she started saying that, they look weird together because Zoe's so tall and Calvin's so short. So she said that it's embarrassing seeing the two of them together. So she was really going for the jugular when it came to Zoe's relationship with Calvin. And I think some of the things that she was saying was mean. Like, she was saying that they look embarrassing together. And she was trying to say that the reason why Zoe doesn't want to be with Calvin is because they look embarrassing together. Like, him standing next to her while she's so tall and big and he's so short and small, it looks weird. So Zoe starts getting offended by that. So they start going back and forth with each other, and they start arguing and throwing things at each other, and they're literally about to fight. So look, I feel like Zoe was right with the things that she was saying to Ching. However, I feel like Ching is so clouded by love that she doesn't want to hear anything that anybody has to say about her relationship. And because Zoe and Ching don't really know each other like that, I feel like Ching felt like Zoe was overstepping her boundaries. I do think that, some of the things that Bobby was saying about Ching was true, though, because all these things that she started saying about Zoe, about her music being lame, and about how her and Calvin look embarrassing together, I feel like these are all things that she thought about Zoe before they fell fell out with each other. She was just waiting until they fell out to say it. So some of the things that Bobby was telling Zoe about Ching was probably true. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.